My name is Mohammed Alpha, and I'm the associate. I'm the program associate for Innovate Salon and under Global Minimum. So I study electronics and telecommunication at Jela University here in Sierra Leone, and uh, so my journey with Innovate Salon Global Minimum all started in 2012 when I was a student at the Prince of Wales School, and one of the founding member, David Senge, is a product from the very school I was when the Innovate Salon was launched in 2012. So I became interested about innovate because I've been hearing about this word innovation. So I was so curious what this innovation is all about. So I joined the InLab. Is unfortunately the InLab is not operating now in Sierra Leone. So I became part. That particular year we applied. I was a finalist together with my team, just like you guys, and we worked on few projects. I think many projects actually, because during the in lab I was with Janice, and she taught us a lot of things about projecting, especially about social entrepreneurship, and then how to find out about problems in your community and bring about this pressing solution. So after my high school, I sat to my university entry exam, which is the WAS, is the West Africa Senior School Examination Certificate in 2014. So I volunteered. I became a volunteer for the Innovate Salon. So I was traveling in different and districts. I know you guys in Kenya call it counties, but we call them in districts. So I traveled various districts to share the word about innovation, and it was all successful. And throughout my studies, I was still volunteering. I became the regional lead. I did a lot of but doing still I was a volunteer. I was doing also my projects, my innovation project I was so passionate about. Well, I designed like FM radio station. I designed a mini idol system, which like I'm still working on those projects because I'm so passionate about innovation. But I came to realize that I will not be competing with emerging innovators. So I started to create a hub for myself from my hometown where I came from in Kono District. So that innovation hub is doing well. I named it the next gen innovators, like next generation innovators. So it is actually doing well. We started our first implementation last year, and this year we designed a lot of prototypes, but due to this outbreak, and then we are on pause first. And yeah, so after my graduation, I became this associate program manager, and but before that, a lot of opportunities that Anthony mentioned, like the Watson, the Young Leaders Fellowship, and so I like I've I've attended a lot of them. Like the Watson, I was unfortunate because they give like partial scholarship. So the remaining one was unfortunate for me to and complete a funding for me to attend Watson. But others opportunities like I've attended the Qatar Innovation competition, and then I've attended the Africa Leadership Program in Egypt, and then few other countries that I've attended. But it all relates to Innovate Salon because once I mentioned I have designed this project with Innovate Salon, and I've worked as a volunteer for Innovate Salon. I think that is what have been giving me the advantage over most of the candidates. I think because for me, my success is based on Innovate Salon. Most of the things, the achievements that I can proud of is based from Innovate Salon because Global Minimum, because it is with them I actually realize my role as a leader, a civic leader, and then to start working in respect of government intervention or any other NGOs or so or whatever. So when I normally apply for these opportunities in terms of scholarship, in terms of these incubators, and I mentioned my experience with Innovate Salon and Global Minimum, I think it actually gives me advantage over these other candidates that are not in the same line as I'm doing. My experience is very, very nice. It's great. And the fortunate part about it is, and I'm now the associate program manager, and then it's really, really nice for me. So I think this is just a few experience about me working from as a finalist and now as a associate program manager for Global Minimum. Yeah.
Thank you, Wango, for the invitation. Hi, everyone. I hope you're staying safe and taking care in these times. My name is Elly Savatia, and I see myself as a tech optimist and an sustainable development goal advocate. Yeah, so my story with Jimin started in 2017, December, in my third year of high school, where I was working on a solution focusing on assisting wheelchair users gain access to platforms and doorsteps. So through the camp, I actually did my first prototype and accelerated it till date, which I'm still redesigning it. So currently, I'm working on an initiative. It's called Innovate for SDGs, and we are creating awareness on the Sustainable Development Goals and just sparking young people to start making change and take advantage of the problems which exist in our communities. So Jimin for me has been an impactful family where I have grown even from my presentation skills, from how management and just working on projects. Because I remember the first time I was at Jimin, I couldn't even stand before an audience and present a project. And I have experienced growth from volunteering with them and also taking part in some of their programs. Maybe I can mention the programs which I have taken part after graduating Jimin. First, Global Robotics, which is a global competition inviting young people the ages of 14 to 19. Anthony talked about it. So I was part of last year's team. And we built a robot. We have some of the first global robotics team here. We'll talk much about that. I have also taken part in YALI, which is Barack Obama's Young African Leadership Initiative, which was started to just invest in the next generation of African young leaders and put them in a position to make change in Africa. I've also taken part in Teen General Assembly, which is Africa's largest teen network and of social entrepreneurs who are driving projects focusing on social problems. Yeah, also Global Teen Leader 2020. So my message for all the finalists and everyone in this call is that let us take advantage of the problems that we see in our communities and just do something about it. Yeah, I'm immensely happy and grateful to be part of the alumni of Innovate Kenya, and let us connect. I would mention I'm also working on several other projects, and through the Innovate Kenya network, I'm working with some of the finalists. One of my buddies, Emmanuel Mulengwa, who's also a mentor, we're working on some projects with him. So just take advantage of this network, and I'm sure it will be impactful. Let's keep changing Africa. Thank you.
So my story started on 2018, August, when I was a Form 4 student at the Loreto Convent Valley Road. I took part in the Innovate Challenge where I was a participant. My project was mainly about helping farmers who live in remote areas to access veterinary services and agrovets easier. So after that, after completing school, I applied for the 3.dash program. Unfortunately, I was not able to enter the 2019. Then I applied for the 2020, but my buddy beat me to it, Elly Savatia. Then I applied for the African Leadership Academy, which I'm still to get some response from them. And then where my journey now started with Global Minimum 2019, where I was a volunteer for the Innovate Challenge for 3 months. They called me the super volunteer. And then after that, I was introduced to an organization called the Young Scientists Kenya, where the Young Scientists Kenya goes around the counties in Kenya, educating students about science and the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And through that, that is where I go and impact students through the platform of Global Minimum, where I go and talk to them about innovation and my story as an alumni in the program. And then after that, I was very fortunate last year. I had a very good experience where I was able to be one of the members of Team Kenya who represented Kenya in Dubai at the first Global Challenge, where it was an all-girl team for the first time for 3 years. So it was a very nice experience to go to learn something new, because earlier on I had interacted with the robot for 2018, not knowing that I'll be a participant for the first global in the 2019 program. So yeah, that is the short story of Melisa Kirwa.
Okay, so my name is David Vilembwa. Currently a final year student at the African Leadership University in Rwanda. And my journey with Global Minimum began in 2016. My partner and I had been doing a presentation in KICC at the Kenya National Science Congress. That was like after high school. So we did a project in high school and we became number 2. So we were going to present it at KICC. So we pitched a project at KICC and then we won. And that's when I met Richie, and Richie told us about the Global Minimum Program. And then we applied and got in the program. So the project I was working on is automatic greenhouse. Basically, we are trying to automate the processes of a greenhouse in terms of the irrigation, lights, the amount of light that's getting in, etc. And the purpose of that was to try and help farmers to grow better crops and get better yields. So aside from that, after the camp, the next year we applied to represent Kenya in the inaugural First Global Robotics Challenge, which was in Washington. So we were we're the first team to go with Global Minimum to Washington. And it was a really eye-opening experience, especially because we got the chance to work on a robot. That on its own was really fun, but also we got the chance to travel to the US and meet with all these other teams from around the world and do a lot of knowledge sharing, etc. And I can really say that Global Minimum has really played a big part in helping shape my journey as a young professional who's trying to build up his career. And I first of all also like to congratulate you guys for becoming finalists in the GMIN program. I believe that you have learned a lot, and I believe that at the end of the day, the purpose of learning these things that you're learning with Global Minimum is to go out there and actually use them to solve real challenges, and use them to create opportunities for yourself and for the people around your community. So I'd like to say that it's been a really interesting journey, especially given that I've actually met some of the people who are in Innovate Salon at ALU Rwanda, and some of them are in ALU Mauritius, as I'm sure you're all aware. And yeah, so going forward, I think the next step is really, the ball is in your court. There are a lot of opportunities, as you have been shown, in terms of conferences, in terms of schools that you can apply to. What I would advise you as an as an alumni of the GMIN program is to always push yourself to do more, right? If you can, do something with your project, go ahead and do it. If you can even find additional projects, go ahead and do it. You guys, I'm not sure if you know about it, but one of our the guys we went to the US with, Louis, is doing really well. He's scaled up the project that he was he had been pitching at Jimin. And so it just goes to show that it's actually possible for you to use that knowledge which you have been given at Jimin and create something of value. So you have what it takes. And I believe that it's only a matter of you trusting yourself and going ahead and doing it. If you guys have any questions, we'll do that later on. And thank you.
So my name is Rehema Faith, and my journey started in 2017 when I was part of the camp of the Innovate Challenge camp that December. I was in Form 3 then, and I came with a system that would help create mental health awareness. And since then, it's been a great experience. I have taken that that campaign till date, where I'm trying to still champion for mental health awareness. But other than that, my project, which was called Smile, has grown and is now trying to capture and reach other parts of the health industry, like chronic illnesses and such. And after that, just as you have had a session where you have been told about other opportunities, we had such, and I was told about Moringa School, which sparked an interest in me. And after that, I went to Moringa School, and now I am a software developer, and it got me started in my journey in the tech industry. So currently I'm a software developer, and I work at Zuru, and I'm also trying to get my degree in computer science. Other than that, I've been exposed to many opportunities thanks to Jimin. Have gotten the opportunity to speak in certain schools about STEM. I'm also a STEM enthusiast. I really love STEM, not just the tech part of STEM, but every other aspect of STEM. And other than that, I have also gotten the opportunity to not work per se, but build a robot. I was in last year's team building the beautiful Wema, and it has been such an amazing experience. It's been a lot of growth for me, and Jimin has really exposed me to so many things that I am so glad I actually got the opportunity to come to that camp, because that camp opened my eyes to many other things in life and many other things also in the industry. It helped me grow as a leader, and the lessons that I learned during those 7 days, I keep it with me till date. So if you have any questions for me, you can, ask me all of those questions, and I'd be very happy to answer. Thank you.
Hi. I'm Brian Kimath. I am a young passionate innovator. I was a finalist in the December 2018 camp. Since then, I've worked with Jimin as a volunteer. I was a volunteer in the August, December as a super volunteer, and still at April as a volunteer. Software that would manage money, student pocket money at schools. Parents could monitor how the students were using the money, and it also enabled the student to save the money. Also, the parents could pay for events in schools. That was our system. After that, my colleague and I started an organization called KIMSID. It's an organization that mentors young people who love tech, not only tech, those who want to develop prototypes. We mentor them, and they present their projects in the Kenya Science and Engineering Fair, especially here in Meru. I'm also a student at the University of Nairobi. And Jimin, core values which you are all taught is being a leader, innovator, and a change maker. And I believe that the finalists have an obligation to lead others, since this is what you have been taught, to be ethical, to be ethical leaders. So as an innovator, I believe in finding solutions to problems and making positive change to the society. That's all, Wango.
Yes, my name is Emmanuel Mulengwa, and I started loving STEM. I had a passion on STEM even before I actually knew what STEM was, and it has been my passion since my childhood. And in high school, I used to be part of the science congress guys who used to build projects and go and present them. And after high school, through my friends, I actually came to New Jimin, and I applied with a project called the hydraulic hydroelectric pump, where I was using the pump to like increase the competence of a river so that it can yield more electricity, more hydroelectric power. So with that project, I applied with the Jimin. I gotten the opportunity to be chosen as a finalist among the 12 finalists. And during the sessions, I actually got to know more and actually really understand what STEM exactly is or was. And I came to develop a real passion, a deeper passion on STEM. And I started doing more researches on that, learning also coding and programming, and also just diving deep and deep into the tech field. And after the camp, there was this opportunity that Global Minimum shared with us about First Global Competition Challenge, First Global Challenge, FGC, where now there was a global robotic competition. So I applied and also got the opportunity to be part of the four team members who actually represented Team Kenya in the robotics competition in Mexico. So we actually built a robot which is called Carlota. She's still there. So yeah, and we built the robot, we represented it. We went with it in Mexico 2018, August, for the robotics competition. Yes, Carlota, yeah, I can see someone has written it down. It's double T though, yeah. Yes, and it has been an awesome journey where in Mexico, where actually I came to interact with other different people from different countries with different cultures, and I came to understand actually what technology is. And after that, I even like loved technology even more and more. And so after that, through Jimin, I was also part of the Young Scientists Kenya, YSK, where now we actually travel to like over to around counties around Kenya, different counties each and every weekend around Kenya, reaching out to different schools in vulnerable places where they actually don't have such exposures to like to technologies, to STEM actually. And with Jimin, I was there like sharing with other people uh, the benefits of technology, and give them passion about innovation, helping them being change makers and innovators and problem solvers in their communities and stuff like that. And I was so passionate on this. And 2019, there was now another FGC, First Global Challenge Competition, a global robotics competition, which was held in Dubai. Then I was given the privilege to be the mentor for the robotics team, where now we built WMIS. We were with Rehema, Elly, Melisa, the ones who have just spoken after me, before me. Yes, before me. So we built the robot WMA. Then we went with it Dubai. Then I was nominated, thanks to my team. I was nominated to be the outstanding mentor, an outstanding mentor globally. So it was an awesome experience. It was really passionate. It was really like motivating for me, and also for each and everyone so when I came back from the competition, I started a small initiative called the Electricitati, where now I just started sharing more just knowledge on technology, knowledge on STEM, on also SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. So I was just sharing with people who are like my classmates, university students, other young people, like high school people. Where I was just like, I'm just there sharing all about technology and all of that, because I came to discover that technology is a force that it is inevitable. We cannot prevent it from becoming what is actually coming to be. So it's a force, and it is going to affect each and every aspect of our life. It's going to affect even our basic things. It's going to affect our culture, our social life, our political life, our economy. It is going to affect each and every aspect of us. And so my passion is like to make sure that that everyone actually understands what technology is, and actually knows what exactly technology is, and embrace it, and build and create and use this technology to build something for the better of humanity. Yes, so all of this I've actually learned through gymming, how to work with teams, how to communicate with people, how to understand different personalities of each and everyone. And it has been a great experience through gymming. So I will actually just want to motivate each and every one of you that you can become the best of the best of you can become your best. Yes, it's good to compete with your own self, your best. So I can see there's a clip there of the robotics the competition. This one was the one in Dubai for 2019.
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel.
Yes.
Let's give Emmanuel a clap. Wow, thank you so much for joining in our call to share with our current finalists. From just by reading some of the chats, I can see one is saying that she's learning a lot, that the session was really awesome. And there are very many questions about the robot, like what special kick skills does your robot have? How long did it take you to build the robot, etc.?
Miriam Nabuiro is asking, while building the robot, how long did it take you? Like for the competition, you were given some timeline. How long did it take you to build a robot? Actually, the robots are the same size as the ones I've just shown you on the YouTube video. Mulengwa.
So building the robot took 2 months. 2 months for the 2018 one, and for the 2019 took around 3 months.
Okay, there's also another question. You had 2 different robots. There was one called Wema, another one called Carlota. People want to know the meaning. Someone has written Paloma, so I'm not sure what Paloma means. So maybe could you tell us what's the meaning of Wema and what's the meaning of Carlota? Those are the 2 robots you guys built.
Okay, so Wema was a name actually suggested by Rehema, the one who was just spoken. So it's about goodwill. So it's about we are building a robot that is to do good for the humanity. Yes. And Carlota actually, we don't know the name. We were just looking for a cool name, a cool Mexican name, since we were going to compete in Mexico.
Okay, there's also another question. Was it challenging to fix the robot to work the way you wanted it to? And first of all, what was the robot doing? I don't know if this is true, but there is a myth that one day robots are going to turn against humans. Is it true? The robot expert, please.
Yeah, so it's called technological singularity.
Where are the ladies? Where are they answering? The ones who built the robot.
Oh, there's already a conversation there. I think to see people saying, I don't think so. Maybe true. That's Vincent, Kevin, Miriam asked that question. Okay. What do you think? What do you think, Emmanuel? Do you think you've said something technical? I don't understand what you've just said. Maybe repeat.
Oh yeah, yes. That is something called technological singularity. Where there's this thing called black hole in space, where now all the laws of physics they collapse and nothing works. So that situation is called singularity. So it's more like we are using the same myth to explain now about robots and stuff like that, where now all the laws that we have built on robots and stuff like that, they collapse and they start working on their own. So it's more like they wake up and they become like and now they can do things on their own. So on that, I can say that it is not possible, since it is not possible, since what actually it has been done, it's more like we are offloading what we can do. It is our own cognition. We are offloading it to an unbiological thing. So what that robot can do, it's just what I can do, maybe faster or better, but it cannot do what I have not told it to do. The only fear on robots is that someone might build it with bad intentions. Someone might build a robot which can kill people and stuff like that. That is the only fear that we can have on robots. But robots are waking up on their own and doing stuff on their own. They can't, because they don't have spirits or souls. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I see there are some people saying they are having low power. That's Alpha, and he's just about to leave. Okay, any other question before we end it first, so that people have power? Yeah, even internet is a problem. Okay, that's for Alpha. Okay, yeah, guys, keep your questions coming. Alpha, we will keep in touch. So no problem about that. I've gotten your point, Alpha. Any other question? You guys were debating about power, about, even though, okay, vote of thanks. Vote of thanks, and then we go. Okay.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Alemami Conte. I am a fourth year mechanical engineering student at Frabe College, University of Sierra Leone. I'm also serving as a volunteer mentor to some finalists for the Jimin Innovate Salon the initiative. So, like Emmanuel spoke just now, and Faith also gave a short talk. So I can recall Emmanuel, Faith. I can recall also who again, and also Anthony and Wangu also made their statements. So like these are the people that I learned from. Few seconds, few minutes back, their speech were very, very inspirational. Share the ideas, share the experience, and how Africans can work on their SWOT analysis, their strength, weakness, opportunities, and also how they can limit their threats. So like I want to give a vote of thanks to everyone that joined this virtual campaign, and also this Zoom meeting, that we as Africans, we need to collaborate and partner and unify our ideas and work collectively to see how best we can reclaim our identities as Africans, because Africa is the future, and if Africa, we are the future, and the youths, we are what leading this future. And Africa, we need to secure our resources, and we can only secure our resources by what increasing our level of the participation in STEM field, because I'm a STEM enthusiast. I have a team here in Sierra Leone, which I call STEM, STED, which is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Development. I am the founder an executive director. It is a team that span across universities in Sierra Leone to see how best we can increase the level of STEM minorities in Sierra Leone, and also to increase the level of innovation by using the engineering approach, meaning innovating using the engineering approach to see how best we can boost up the innovation business in Sierra Leone. So like, I want to thank you all for such a wonderful session. I learned a lot from you guys. It was splendid. I had a lot of insight, and I always talk to Africans to see how best we can work collectively. Let's work collectively and raise the status of STEM, the program in Africa. Thank you guys.